reproduction. So, you should know that all the living things will die someday. So, it is very important we have human reproduction. Why? Human reproduction is very important process that ensure transfer of genetic information from one generation to another. In other words, we can say human reproduction helps to continue our species or our generation. So, it is very important. So, if human reproduce, all the living things reproduce through sexual reproduction. So, sexual reproduction involves a adult male and adult female. So, in order to carry sexual reproduction, it is very important to have males must have a male reproductive system and females must have a female reproductive system. Remember, human or sexual reproduction always involves adult male and adult female. So, when we talk about human reproduction, it is very important to know what is fertilization. Okay, we talk about fertilization. So, let's talk about what is fertilization. As you can see, fertilization is when female gametes fuses with male gametes. What is this female gamete? Female gamete is the female sex cells. So, what is female sex cell? Female sex cell we call as an egg cell or ovum. So, this egg cell or ovum must fuses. Fuses is connected with male gametes. What are male gametes? Male gamete also a male sex cell. So, male sex cell we call as sperm. So, remember this sperm must connect with an egg cell. So, what is fertilization? Fertilization is when this egg cell fuses with a male sex cells such as sperm. So, this sperm will connect with egg cell. So, for example, when this sperm connect with the egg cell, we call it fertilization. Remember, only one sperm will connect with the egg cell. Now, not all the sperm. Okay, so remember, fertilization is when female gametes such as egg cell or ovum fuses with male sex cell we call as sperm. So that is fertilization. So when we talk about fertilization, there are two kinds of fertilization. Let's see what are they. So as I told, there are two types of fertilization. What are they? Internal fertilization and external fertilization. Let's see what is internal fertilization. Internal fertilization is when the egg, that means the female sex cell, fertilized by sperm. Sperm is male sex cell. So when the egg fertilized by sperm inside the body of female animal, we call internal. So this fertilization process happens inside the female animal. We call internal fertilization. These kinds of fertilization, that means internal fertilization, happens especially occurs in mammals, reptiles and birds. So internal fertilization happens to mammals like dogs, like human, and also reptiles and also birds. So these internal fertilization process happen to mammals, reptiles and birds. And let's see what is other fertilization. It is external fertilization. So external fertilization is when the egg, that means the female sex cell, fertilized by sperm, that means male sex cell, outside the body of female animal. So this fertilization process happens outside of the body of female animal. So it is not inside, that means outside. Now this kind of fertilization process happen in amphibians like frogs or salamander or some fish. So some fish like this. So external fertilization process happens when the female release the egg. Let's say this is a river and the female, I draw the fish here. So this female fish release the egg cells or the egg, and then also the male fish also release the sperm at that moment. So all of the female and both female and male sex cells already outside of the body of two fishes. So it will come here, the male, and fuses with the outside of the body of the female animal. So this fertilization process we call external fertilization. So as you can see, these are the egg and these are the sperm. So the fertilization process happens outside of the body. It is different with the mammals. So mammals have process inside of the body. So that means mammals have internal fertilization, but amphibians or some fish, they have external fertilization. That means the fertilization process happens outside of the female animal. So today we learn about why human reproduction is very important and about the fertilization. Remember, human reproduction is very important because we as a human, we are not going to live forever. So we need to reproduce. We must continue our species. So that's why it is very important to have human reproduction. Remember, human reproduction involves adult male and adult female. And also for sexual reproduction, it must have a male reproductive system and also female reproductive system. So after that, we learn about fertilization. Fertilization is when the female gamete or egg or ovum fuses by sperm, that means male gametes. So that's what we call fertilization. There are two types of fertilization. What are they? Internal fertilization and external fertilization. Internal fertilization is when the female gametes or egg fuses by sperm inside of the female body. That means we call internal fertilization. And for the external fertilization, when the egg cell fuses by sperm outside of the body, that's what we call external fertilization. So remember, when internal fertilization, the egg fuses with the sperm, later the zygote. Zygote means the first, before the baby, there will be like a small structure like that. So this zygote will develop to embryo like that. So this is undeveloped baby, and then it become baby. Now, so this all process happens inside of the female body, but it is different when it comes to external fertilization, because fertilization it happens outside of the female body. So the process of the baby, so it's like this, happens outside of the body of female animal. So that's all about our lesson. I hope you understand. So see you in the next meeting. Bye.